Hello and welcome back to the 24 to Scratch by That's One podcast. I'm your host Jojo, and as always, I'm joined by the man himself, my brother Jacob, who is trying to go from 24 handicap to Scratch in just 365 days and reach 100,000 followers in doing so. How are you getting on, Jacob? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm back from injury, so yeah, trying to go from a 24 handicap to scratch in just 365 days. A lot of people don't believe, I believe, but either way, it's going to be interesting. So follow the journey, follow this podcast. We'll put links to the main channel we post every single day. But yeah, I'm feeling this. This has been probably the best week for me in the last 8 weeks. So the weather's been very bad, so it's been hard to get out. But my mindset is completely shifted. I'm injury free. I'm feeling loose, and I'm actually hitting balls. And if you saw Jojo this week, right? So the videos I've been posting. If you've been watching my journey, or if you haven't, then like a bit of information. I've always been the shortest hitter ever, right? Like I struggle. I describe it as like I'm trying to like hit a meatball with a wet piece of spaghetti. That's about as far as I hit a drive usually.
Yeah, and normally you're taking 7 iron for 125 yards.
Yeah, and so I like I don't know what was really going wrong with that because I feel like for reference I'm tall, so I'm like 190 centimeters, which is like 6'2". I got really long arms, so I should be. And I'm slim, but I'm not skinny. I'd say so. Like I go to the gym, but I got a bit of strength behind me. So it's like there's no physical reason why I should be hitting the ball so short. But this week, I said to myself when I got back to Spain, which was a couple of weeks ago, I'm gonna stop caring about the golf swing because I was just obsessing over the mechanics of the swing, just getting lesson after lesson, just trying to improve the swing. One, to make it look nice because I get ripped to shreds in the comments sometimes, but two, just to get like a bit of a more consistent swing. It ended up getting making my scores worse and worse, so I just basically said I'm going to stop. Like I just don't care. I'm not going to think at all about the swing. I'm just going to hit the damn thing. And I just focused on like being loose and flexible. And now I don't know how. Probably because all of the magic of like Alan and Harry is now actually my golf coaches is now actually coming into play. But I'm hitting the drive like 260, 270. Like on the par fours at my course, the short par fours, I'm getting short chip shot range to the green with the drives. It is actually mental. I can't understand how I've not gone from like, say I hit the ball to drive at my max drive before was like 200 yards. I thought it would be like 200, 205, 210, 215, 220, so on. I've gone from like 200 to 260 with no in between.
Like you said, it's just like you worked on all the mechanics of the swing, and and now it's just that now you're in the flow state of your swing. That is muscle memory. So you just think, oh, I just don't care about the mechanics anymore. But your body's still doing them, and like there's that video you had with a lesson with Harry on like the day 70 or something, and you're actually hitting like a 7 iron in that, like a 165-yard carry, like you're actually getting some decent distance, and I think that has just worked its way into the natural swing now. Like you don't have to think about it because I think like I don't know when I'm playing golf, I'm not, and I'm just enjoying myself, not really thinking about the score and that. I'm not thinking about the mechanics of the swing. I'm just like I'm not thinking about like oh yeah I got to get like like this. I'm just hitting the ball and it's good, and that's I think where you are, and and it is showing. Like I'm excited to see these 270-yard drives. I mean, are they ending up on the fairway or are they ending up off the
No,
mountain?
so they're not in the I would say about 15 to 20% are just like bang down the middle, dead straight. But the others of and this is a bit dangerous for me, it's like a slight fade or a slight draw.
Hmm.
So it's like I'm usually in the first bit of rough, like left and right. But it's like depending on how I'm playing on the day, I'm just like going with the swing that I take to the club that day. I'm just going with it. So if I'm hitting to the left all the time, then I'm aiming to the right a bit to compensate, and it's just working out for me. Like I'm basically the drives now. They're always playable, really, other than on like the super narrow holes of my course. Like it's like I can play with it. I'm not hitting it into the fairway, but I'm hitting it really far, and I'm hitting it into a playable zone. It's also because as well, like the mental training that I had over the last like couple of weeks about which I think has improved my course management. This is about picking your shot, but then always you have to basically. This is one really good tip. Is like when you pick a shot, you always have to pick a second shot and then debate with yourself. Because if you just look and say like, oh, all right, this is a shot, I'm going for that. You've got no context or reference to if that is actually a good shot or not. Usually, you can just like rush the decision like that. So now it gives me when I'm saying like, oh, I want to take this shot, and I'll be like, all right, hang on a minute. What if you had to take another shot that wasn't this one? What would it be? Well, I'd probably go over there because of this. And then you start to notice other things. It's like, oh yeah, actually there is a bunker down there on the thing. So if I hit it to the right, that actually could be a bit dangerous. So maybe I should go a bit more to the left because I have been hitting it right today. And this has helped me a lot with like, I don't think my swings and aim has got any more consistent. I'm just being smarter with what I'm doing. It's like, right, I know I'm hitting it to the right. And because I'm thinking more in depth about the actual course and what could go wrong and what could go right, I'm just making better decisions. So my bad shots aren't ending in drops. They're just ending in slightly less optimal positions, which is helping me loads. Because right now I'm so comfortable getting bogeys. Like I would just walk around the whole course without thinking and just get mostly bogeys and a handful of pars. It's not like I'm never chasing like, oh, I can't double it, triple it. Like I'm never chasing that anymore, and I think that's just because of like I've slowed the game down in my mind and like I just added a bit more sort of systems to the decision making process.
Love it. Like, how many times you play golf this week then?
So I played rounds. I played three, but I played 3 rounds of 9. I wanted to get a lot more, but if you've like been in Spain recently, you know that like the weather is mental. It's not like England rain. This is like torrential storms with like I don't even know how fast winds. Like you can't even go outside, let alone go to a golf course. So it's like I've only been able to slip out in those breaks in like the late afternoon when it seems to like clear up. The storm's like been battering all morning. There's a bit of like clear skies. Jump on out. So 3 rounds of 9 is what we managed to fit in. Obviously all the training and stuff like that as well on the other days. But yeah, so playing a little bit more golf, not just not as much golf as I want, but hopefully that changes this week if the weather permits.
Nice. What's the scores looking like? Go on, give us a.
Let me get up the old app. Let's have a look. So we had we had some good. I would say we had what was it 9, 18, 20 of the 27 holes that I played this week. I would say 24 were like pretty like average and optimal for like where I am now. So I'm at an 18 handicap. So I've cut 6 strokes off my game. But on the Friday, which was 2 days ago, I basically brought Mark out, the cameraman, with me to film around for YouTube. And that camera, I still haven't. It just adds a lot of pressure. So, and I'll get into that in a second. So, first round this week, 9 holes. On the front 9, we played at my home club, Costa del Rada golf course, and I shot 10 over. Right, and it was just bogey, 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 double, bogey, 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 bogey. But this was just, I was like in a really comfortable rhythm. I wasn't chasing a good score. I wasn't like, right, I want to go out there and shoot 5 over and lower my handicap today. I was just like, let's just be flexible, let's be loose, let's go with it. So that's probably a more accurate like thing of
That's
where I
pretty
am.
much dead on the handicap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bogey golf, 18 handicapper, shoot between 15 over and 25 over. 18 holes.
Yeah, exactly. So. My course got pretty high slope index as well, so it probably like if I did a couple of them, my handicap would probably trickle down to like 16 or something like that. But then, so later on in the week, we had another day, another 9 holes, sorry. And this time we played the back 9. And this, I was in the flow state. Like, I was just, this one, like, I don't know if this is good or not to practice like this. Let me know in the comments, like, what you think of this. But I was headphones in, just listening to music and just literally just vibing, just walking around the course. I shot 43, which was 8 over, but it just looks a lot better. So we got bogey, 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 par, bogey, 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 bogey.
Nice. Yeah, you turn that double into a par basically from there.
Yeah, exactly. So I turned that double into a par, and that's like helped out the game massively. But I was honestly, I was just having such a good time, just like vibing, just listening to music, going around, like just good to be out. Like I was really enjoying it.
I've never listened to music on the course like that with headphones in.
It helps me so much. But I don't know if that's a thing, because like if I ever like need, like I can't listen to music in a competition, so it's like, should you then train with headphones?
Yeah,
because it brings my mind. I've got a really busy mind, like a really busy mind. I'm always thinking about like, working. Like basically, I'm always thinking about other things than golf on the golf course. But if I got some music in, I'm just like vibing. That there's that, like, I don't know if you've seen the clip where it's like. It's like a League of Legends short where it's playing that Serena Carpenter song. It's a Lilia, and she's just like bouncing around. It's like, I'm working late because I'm a singer. And it's just like bouncing around, just like essentially winning the game. And that's just like me in golf. I'm just bouncing around and just like listening to like the most stupid music ever, and just like shooting great holes. Just because I honestly don't care about the swing when that's in, but. If it's like dead quiet, you're playing on your own, you're playing for a good score. When you hit a bad shot, it is hard for it not to affect you. It's just that like, could have done that better.
Yeah, especially when you're in, yeah.
When you got like Justin Bieber baby in your ear, baby, it's just like you've just hit a snap hook. You're like, it just like bounce on down to find the ball. That's for me anyway.
Yeah.
And then the final round this week. Oh my lord! So we started well. We did the front 9. So it's par 5 starting. Got a bogey, right? Which I just kind of messed. I lit like a really long drive. It just came out right, like dead straight, but just came out right. Went miles, but like essentially onto another fairway, like onto tee box. So I just had essentially a really easy shot back over. I nailed a 7-iron like straight through the trees and just got me back down there. Just missed a putt that I should have got. Could have parred it, but hey, we didn't. And then par 3, you start really high, goes downhill. It's quite a hard hole because there's so many bunkers. And I just took the perfect 9-iron to like maybe like 6 meters away from the hole. So like, I don't know, 8 yards or something away from the hole. And I tapped it to like a millimeter to the right. And then just tapped it in for par. And then, basically, I was doing a round with the new Vice Golf balls. So we've recently done a partnership with Vice Golf. So you can use code Jacob on Vice Golf and get 10% off. Now, I was playing the first ever round with the Vice Pros. So these are fantastic balls. They're also on the expensive side, right? So I get a bit nervous playing with these balls because I'm essentially going to lose like 5-6 euros per ball if I smash it into the trees, right? And so the round was going perfectly, and it was being filmed on the camera, and I basically smashed one. I hit one of these big drives that I've been hitting, but it was just a little bit, came out to the right again, just a bit too much, and just went into the tree line, and I lost it. And then I only actually, because I'd been playing so well for the week, I think I'd only lost up until that point like one ball, or maybe not even a ball. So I was like, I only took 6 balls with me, and I lost one. Then I was in. Yeah, well, but on my course, it ain't that much, and for me, it's not that much usually because I'm losing a lot of balls. And so I hit one, and it got into my head. I was like, oh my god. I cannot be I'm only on the third hole. I can't be shooting this like this. So then I took another drive, got it into like the fairway, and then it was like a not the fairway onto like the rough. It was a bad lie, and I'm panicking, and I took a hybrid, and I lost that second ball on that hole. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm 2 balls down. I'm like 10, 12 euros down already. And the hole after that is that really, really narrow par four, where it's essentially just
Yeah.
like a hole through a cutout in a forest. And so I'm like, oh my God, I just lost my head. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna finish with like no balls. And so I managed to finish that one with just a double. I had like essentially a great up and down. That was par five. But then, so it's like we've
You
started here.
lost
It's
two
like,
balls and got a double.
yeah, so one off in red stakes, by the way, both times. So up into the trees, drop at the red stakes, lose it again.
Yeah, so drop for free.
Then you're hitting for
Oh,
five
hit
and
for
up and
free.
down. Hit for three, hit for
Oh, right.
five.
Yeah. Six,
Yeah,
seven. Yeah, okay.
yeah, exactly. So
Wait, is it? Do I hit for free? Drop for four, hit. Oh, yeah, it's okay. Alright, sorry.
yeah. It's on video as well. It's on video. So like this video will be coming out next week, like the full video. So like you guys can check me on
That's
that if you want.
that's an easy hole. That's probably the easiest hole on the course.
That's like that's the first ever hole in my life I parred, and it's usually the hole that I can like pretty much guarantee to get a par or birdie on. I think it's the first hole I ever birdied as well. And so that's what panicked me. And then the next hole, I lost my head, and it's a narrow one. Took a 5 wood because I wanted it to be a bit safer, and I smashed it again, like went miles, but just again just a little bit too far to the right. It was just like it could have been a good shot, but it was like 2-3 meters away to make it a bad shot. So it's
Mm.
like I found the ball, but it's like across the red line stake. It's like, do I like punch out? But it's kind of risky because my club might get tangled in like the bushes. So it's like, no, take a drop. So take a drop for free, hitting for free on a par four, ended up with a double there. Basically, the same thing happened on the next hole. Yeah. So then it's like bogey par, double, 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 and then the hole after that, I sort of brought myself back together and got a par. So I think I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So I was 7 over going into the seventh hole. So it's like, all right, this isn't bad. But
This
I'd
isn't
said
awful.
it's not awful, but I'd said to myself that I was gonna get 7 over today because it would probably bring the handicap down a little bit. And then I did something stupid. So I took a drive, again, really long drive. It went to the right, and so it's like kind of in the rough of the hole to the right, so kind of in the rough of hole one. And what I could have done, I had like a very, very clear opening, so like basically parallel left, so I could just punt it out into the fairway and then go from there. And sort of like I probably would have just got a bogey. But instead, what I did was I was like, I'm gonna go over this bush, which was probably about like 3 meters in front of me, and it was probably about 5 meters high. Right, so it's like I'm gonna go
That's
over this
just
bush.
that's not a bush. It's a tree.
Yeah, to then over this humongous tree. You know, we got like some absolutely massive trees, probably like a 30-40 meter tree, maybe even longer. And I tried to go over it, and so I did clear the bush small tree thing in front of me. But I clipped the tree, the second tree trying to get over, and then it came back down and landed in that like bush thing, right? And then so there's like it's inside of the bush, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna take an unplayable here because I'll just like try and scoop it out like 5 meters. And so I stuck my club into the bush. I'd lost my head at this point completely. I'd stuck my club into the bush and tried to do like a yank shot like that to like pull it out, and I
Yeah.
basically tapped it about 4 fucking millimeters. So then I had to do that again, and then it went like just 1 meter. So this time it was clear of the bush, and then I had to do the original shot, as in like just tap it back out to the fairway, and then I was playing from there, and I essentially like up and downed it from there. But it was like I ended up with a quintuple bogey.
Oh
And
my god.
so it just completely destroyed the round. And then after that, it was like there's also some things in golf that do my nut in. Like, I'm a single player that's playing pretty good right now, and there was three guys in front of me, like in their 60s minimum. I was in a buggy as one person. They were walking as three person, and they didn't let me through. And so it was like I was getting cold. I was having to wait like literally 10 minutes on every tee box, and I was starting to get like just because the temperature's it's January, right? So the temperature's starting to drop, sun's going down. I'm getting really cold and frustrated. And then what happened is the clubhouse came out to find me and were basically like, "You've taken too long. We need to take the buggy back." And I was like, "I literally cannot move." Like, I was kind of arguing with him. I was like, "I would give the buggy back without like fight, but like I should have been done with this round like 2 hours max. I'm almost like 3 hours in, and we're on the like eighth hole.
Mm.
Stupid." I was like really frustrated. In the end, then I had to like just leave, drive the buggy back, walk back to the eighth hole or whatever it was, and finish from there. And I just like lost my head at that point. I was hitting like quads, and it was just yeah. So it's like, but I should have used that as like a mental exercise to like stay calm, like stay composed,
Yeah.
just hit it, like because everything was against me. It wasn't like this. Only bad thing I would say about my club is no one lets you through ever. No one lets you through ever. Even if they're a four stack and you're one person, no one lets you through. And that's why I would play more competitions, but the competitions at my club take like 6 hours. It's just like
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's like it takes so long, and you can't play well because you're waiting at the tee box for 10 plus minutes every single hole. And I think that is because I'm like being put in like the higher handicap groups. If I was like maybe starting at the front with like the single digit handicappers, those guys race ahead. But like when you get caught up in the like the high handicap mesh, it's like, oh, this is so slow.
Yeah. 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 Was there anyone in front of that free ball that was?
No, no one. Like because
Yeah.
basically
That's.
it was there was a storm that day in the
Mm.
morning, so like no one was playing golf, and then all of a sudden the storm passed and it was like completely blue skies. So I was like, Mark, let's go run down film. Got down there, um, like hired the buggy, went to go down, and they'd like jumped in just before us. And so I
Yeah.
said to Mark, I was like, "Oh, they'll let us through. It's 360-year-olds walking, and I'm with a buggy." I was like, "They'll let us through." They didn't. So, oh.
But what you should do next time is just skip the hole they're on and then come back and play it later again.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, oh, I should definitely have done that.
Yeah, yeah. But like I also I think there's a problem in golf anyway with pace of play. But I actually think that you'll find this time because there's no one in front of you. But like on a busy weekend and it's slow pace of play, goals one balls are the problem. I can't agree that it's anything other than people like if you think about it, right? You're playing your football. It might take you 4 hours. Yeah, right. Out 4 hours and 20 minutes if it's competition, especially in the UK. Spain sounds a bit slower, but or where you are. When you it creates traffic when there's someone playing too fast. When there's someone up there, when you let someone through, that takes a lot of time and that creates the traffic. So if you're playing like a busy weekend, like just like a weekend golfer, and you're a single and you want to get it done in 2.5 hours because you're on your own, or 3 hours because you're on your own, but it's the weekend and you have a three ball, or two ball, or four ball in front of you, like that creates traffic then because you're carving in through them, and every time a group lets you through, they have to wait, which then like how traffic jams are formed, right? Someone breaks and then that ricochets down the whole like to every car, and the braking gets more extreme until you come from a standstill on the motorway. That's like golf, and it's single. I think if you're a weekend golfer, your obviously situation yesterday or whatever it was different. But like if you're a weekend golfer and you're a single, you need to sit in there for the long haul. You're there for 4.5 hours. That's the
Yeah,
problem. 4 hours.
Yeah, I think you should as well. Like join like the
Yeah, they
clubs.
should just book
If the
you. Yeah.
club's busy, they should like
They do that
put
in
the.
America. In the UK, they don't do it.
No,
Like if you're
they
single,
don't
you
do
can
it in
play on your own.
Spain either.
Yeah.
And also in a lot of places, I think it's like that in England as well. It's the same as the booking system in Westbury. Like
Yeah.
if you're a single and you book on, it will completely remove that tea time from
Yeah.
the
Some
system. So
some
it's like
clubs.
it's really hard then as well for like if you want to book for mates, somebody might come, somebody might not. Like you book for the 2:20 tea time, whatever it is, it removes the 2:20 from the booking. Here in Spain, actually, in my club, it will just remove the booking down to 3 slots available on that tea time, then two, then one,
Yeah, that's what
whatever.
it should do. But like they
And
should, the courses should have a starter. So then if they're like, or they should look at it at the start of the day or the day before and be like, oh, we got a single guy playing like between like a two ball and a three ball. Let's just make that a free ball. Put him into the two ball, make him two free balls, and then fine. Like the single guy might want to play on his own, but it's the weekend. Like on a busy day, you just have to accept that. Like go and
yeah,
make some friends, and then that is
yeah,
all.
yeah.
Like that is also the benefit for the club, right? Because you're. I think there's. I don't know the stats on this, but you've got to be somewhere between 3 times and 8 times more likely to go and stay for a beer afterwards and spend some money in the clubhouse if you're playing with people, even if they're people that you've just met then, like if like they're nice, why not? Then you would be on your own. You're not like no one stays on their own, do they really? Like you just go home. Whereas if you're putting a
That's
two ball,
very true.
yeah, if you're putting a two ball, everyone like they're nice guys or like or girls or whatever, and they're like, oh, we're gonna have a pint afterwards if you want. Yeah, go on then. And then you spend an
Yeah,
extra £5, and that adds up. Like,
yeah, exactly. And then you get 6 more pints, and you end up in Pasha.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So the economy is just booming.
yeah,
So we've
exactly.
solved it. Like, if there's ever when the
Mate, you
next
need to
recession
write to the
hits,
Prime Minister right now. Yeah, it's like the next
yeah,
recession, make it mandatory that you have to
yeah, four
join.
balls only.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Economics 101.
Yeah, literally, that's hey, look, they got
Yeah,
an
that's because
economics degree.
you got an economics degree, haven't you? Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm the new chancellor. Right, set. Yeah. Anyway, I thought we could do. Actually, Leah came up with this idea, but we could rate each other's games. So I've got some categories: putting, short game, irons slash approach shots, driver slash off the tee, and then course management. And we're going to give each other a little score out of 10, a little justification, and then a little debate about why we've given each other these scores. So we've obviously played with each other quite recently over Christmas and stuff, so we should be quite up to date on this. And I will take into account that you've reached a new flow state since Christmas. Because if I had to rate you over Christmas, it'd be a 1 out of 10 in every department.
Oh mate, yeah, no, I give myself 0 out of 10 in every department. Well, maybe not the pattern. The pattern wasn't horrendous at Christmas, but the
Let's
oh
do
yeah,
for the scale, right? We'll do 10. Like 0 is obviously you're awful, and 10 is like you're very good at that, and it not like PGA professional level. You're like low single figures level at that skill. All right.
yeah, you'd get like a damn from like the people looking at you,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when you hit
Like
that
yeah,
shot.
you hit an approach shot, goes to like 10 feet, and they're like, "God damn." Yeah. All right. All right. First up then, putting. Putting. I don't know. I'll go first for you. And I'm going to be harsh on this one, even though you always say that putting is like, or was like one of your best skills and stuff. I think there's a penny drop moment coming for you in putting. And it involves getting a putting lesson and fixing the technique a little bit. And I think you will see a dramatic, like confidence and like holes putt or like distance to the hole with your putting, like or strokes gained in your putting. Let's say. I think right now it's a 3.5 out of 10. I
Yeah,
think there's
I would genuinely agree with that. I
it's
was going to say 4 out of 10 for me.
yeah. I just think when you get some lessons for putting and you can get there and you set up in the same distance and like you can just dustbin lid it every time and then tap in, or you know like from these long
What the
putts
hell is
especially,
dustbin lidded?
you just put it in. So instead of the hole, you think of it as like, okay, it's a dustbin lid, so I need to
Ah,
get it in
right,
the
yeah.
dustbin. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I just think there's so much room for improvement, and the technique right now looks like you're taking away an iron. And so
Oh yeah, my putting right now is atrocious. Like the only good thing about it, which is what I've been practicing anyway over the last couple of weeks, is the lag putting's really good. But my speed and distance is amazing. It's just the direction is horrible. Reading the greens is a literal 0 out of 10. I don't know what it's like. I need glasses to read a green or something because I cannot read the green. Like I'll hit it forward thinking it's going to go left, it goes right. I'm like, oh, and then my I would say the like 3 yard or like 3 foot putts is like a 5 out of 10 because I'm fairly good, but I'm
yeah,
missing a couple, and so it's what you'll see over like that last round that's going on YouTube in a couple days time is like the thing that's saving me is the lag putting because I was just sticking it like because I was putting from off the green as well. I wasn't taking shit like so most of the time. Like in the stats, it's like 1 putt because I was taking putts from say like 4 or 5 yards off the first cut, whatever it's
mm,
called of the green, and I was sticking it within like 2 yards of the pin, and I was just tapping it in. Like this is the only thing that's saving me. But it's like even I can see it like, all right, it's a lag putt. I want to like push it to the right, and I'm like, it's coming out to the left. And like, I'm not able to like, I've got no line control, nothing. The only thing I've got is distance control, which is helping me out. But yeah, my putting is atrocious. Your putting, on the other hand, your putting's been disgusting. Like when we first like, no, wait, when we first started playing golf and we were doing like that challenge with Alan, like versus the pro
yeah,
thing, your putting was horrendous. It was
yeah.
like, but it didn't look horrendous. Just the outcome was horrendous. Like
Agreed. Yeah,
you would like be like 12 feet away, you'd hit it kind of past to like 3 foot, and then you'd miss the 3 foot and then put it in. So it's like you didn't look like the worst putter in the world, but the scores that you were putting in from the putting was disgusting because you've always been really good with the irons and the short clubs, but your putting was just so bad. Recently, I would say you're like a 6.5 out of 10 at putting.
putting's heating up, mate. It is
Yeah.
heating up. Leah got me like one of the fit grips for my birthday or Christmas or something like a year ago or whatever, and since I know I've changed to this like two thumb grip, putting both thumbs and then my fingers down the side. When I played
Oh, that's
last,
weird, man. Yeah.
when I played last, I had over the first 6 holes I had 5 putts. That was it. Like in the
So
stats,
you had a chip in as well.
it was a putt in from the fringe, like off the
Oh,
green.
okay. All
But
right.
then, other than that, mate, honestly, like I had 2 birdies in that run as well. Actually, no, we'd discount the first hole because I wasn't warmed up. That was a 4 putt. That was because I hadn't hit a putt that day. But then when I got the speed of the greens, I was cooking. It was unreal. Putt has just been hot since I changed to that grip, and it's going to get even hotter because coming up into the spring, I'm going to go for a full bag fitting and get fit into a putter. I'm hoping it's a tailor-made spider because that's what I want. And it's going to be even cook. But
Yeah, like
yeah,
I think one thing that's helped my putting that's got nothing to do with like the actual putting practice is using the same ball every time and
yeah,
cleaning the ball. Like
yeah.
just do those two
Honestly,
things, and I reckon you take like 5 strokes off your putts
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
immediately if you
yeah.
don't do those things already. Because like just knowing that, like I know that voice will how it's going to react, where it's going to go, but like
Mm.
whereas I go from like a Slazenger to like this random whatever I found in the bush to like I don't even know if this is a lake ball that's like flooded on the inside of water. Like You just don't know, and like whether you miss by like 1 centimeter or 50 yards is still a miss and a shot on the scorecard. So it really, really does
Yeah.
matter. Like I finally come to the conclusion that it does actually matter.
Equipment matters, mate. I'm telling you, it's massive. It's the thing. It's everything. That's not everything. Swingers, but as well and stuff. All right, let's move on to short game. With short game, I mean like chipping, like 45 yards, 40 yards and in. I mean, you can give me your assessment on my short game first.
Like, yeah, your short game is so hit and miss though, because you're either like the best ever, or you're
Yeah.
just blading it over the
That's
thing. Like,
mate. That is exactly right. That is so right. I'm literally right. So one of these rounds before Christmas, yeah, I was not hitting any greens and reg, but I was getting up and down every single time. Every single chip was going right into the pin. Since then, I've been taking bloody butter knives out, and I've been blading everything. The other round, I basically didn't hit the club face with any chip. It was just bladed every single
no,
time.
this it's like when we played that round of Bogey Golf with Dennis from Bogey Golf, and like I think at like the Infinitum course that we did, it's like we're trying to break 200 collectively, and I think you almost shot 200 yourself.
Yeah,
You're just like absolutely blading the hell out of it over the over the greens. But then we play over Christmas. Like then sometimes you get into this groove where you've got like this 52 or 54 degree, and you're just taking the cleanest shot with like the cleanest divot, and just that is the best shot in your bag. Like that is your shot. That one.
That's more of the 80-yard shots though. Give me 80 yards in, 80 to 120 yards in. I'm genuinely scratch golf level. I'm not even being up myself there. It's the only good part of my game.
Yeah.
If you give me my 54-degree wedge and say, "Oh, you've got 83 yards," I'm like, "Oh, right, this is I'm 2 shots and I'm in the hole then because I'll put it to 5 feet and then I tap it in." I don't know why. I just it's unbelievable.
It's got to be confidence, and like you've got that
Yeah.
shaky confidence with like the 40-yard ones where you just like blast it over. Because like I've seen one of the worst holes I've ever seen you play. It was at Infinitum where it's like long par 5. You get up there and it's like the green is up on like kind of like a pedestal with like deep bunkers either side, but like literally like 3-4 meter bunkers like each side. And so Jojo's just like blading it across one side into this bunker, like rocking it back into this other one. I think he went back and forth across the green like literally 4 or 5 times I think you shot 15 on that hole or something.
Yeah,
mental, wasn't it? It was like the highest shot we've ever seen.
I was just before the green in I got to the green basically in 3 shots, like just before it. So then so then I go and try and chip on. I blade it over the back of the green onto it's like a slope. Like that, right? So then I blade it back to the other side of the green into the bunker. I blade it out the bunker back to that slope. And then I just and then this guy's approaching us. I was like, right, I just got to pick up now. I'm on like 15 shots. I can't. And that's mental game there as well, because normally out of bunkers I'm actually good, but like I was just in tatters.
Yeah, that is a good fair point. You are pretty good out of bunkers as well, but you just lost your head there. Like that you just go into a meltdown when you're in that like 40-yard zone.
Do you know what it is as well? It's when there's people up behind. Like I melt down when there's someone up my bum. In real life and golf, no. Right, editor, cut that. That's me.
I'll keep that.
Yeah, I'm joking. Yeah, I just like if there's someone coming up behind us, I just panic and then I blade it and then I blade it again.
I never used to panic until like 2 weeks ago when those guys started hitting into us and it was like raining golf balls the whole time. now I panic like, are these guys gonna like just like break my neck by like thinning a ball into me? But it's just one of those things, isn't it? Because like if you try to go quicker and take a bad shot, you're going to end up taking longer than just like composing yourself for taking a decent shot.
Yeah, like if I just composed myself there,
Yeah.
and I've taken 3 shots instead of an extra 10.
One trick for me that's been working on my like short range, like 40 yard, 30 yard chips, is that don't rush the backswing. Go extra slow on the backswing.
Mm.
Because what you're finding, if you're doing like a half swing with like a 56 or whatever, like if you go like that like really quickly, as you like you're going back and then you sort of snap to going forward, you sort of like your wrist change a little bit, or like the velocity change, or like the direction change, and so like then your like club kind of lags behind a bit too much. But it's if you go really slow up, almost stop for like a millisecond and then go down. It stopped me from fatting the ball. It stopped me from like blading it. Like if I'm making a bad shot, it's just that like I've got the direction wrong, or like I've picked the wrong landing spot or whatever.
Yeah, Fairs, what are you giving me out of 10 then?
Well, for the 40 yarders,
Chip shots, yeah, so 40 yards and in anywhere.
I probably like 1 out of 10. Like 1.1 maybe if you're lucky.
No,
Like
it's
it's just
good
because.
bunkers in that.
Oh, all right, your bunkers is pushing it up to a 3.25 out of 10.
I'll take that.
But it's just because that will ruin your round. Like that, those shots there will ruin your round, and I don't think you can take it mentally either. It's just like it throws you off completely.
I've got a plan for this though. What I'm gonna
And also, you can't have over a 1 if your shots are endangering people's lives at that thing. Like people are genuinely in danger around the green. Like like you normally, if someone's taking a 40 yard chip, you can kind of walk to like the part of the green where they're not aiming because they're not in danger.
not with
You
me.
can't do that with you. You cannot do that with
Absolute Fin City.
you.
Nah, I've got a plan for it though. I'm gonna get a chipping lesson, and then when I join a club, I'm gonna like I like to like I did this before, but I just go up there and just spend an hour just hitting some chip shops around the green. It's nice and peaceful after work or before work or whatever. Anyway, your
Yeah.
game, your chipping short game. It's all right. It's all right. It's one of the more stable parts of your game, I would say. It's not very volatile. You've got one chip in the bag, and this like putt putt like chip thing, which is
Oh,
all
the little
right.
robot that I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little robot. That's all right.
My 56 degrees, well good from like 40, 50 yards.
Yeah, it's all right. I'd say, I'd say the you probably need some a lesson or two to get yourself a few more shots in the bag. Uh, like if you have to go over a bunker or play a low runny one and stuff like that. And you also need you need a bunker lesson. That's absolutely for sure.
Yeah, my bunkers are atrocious, but it's also here, like some of the bunkers that I'm playing in around Spain, it's like they're either like pure fluffy sand or they're rock solid because
Yeah, but
like
it's exactly that's why you need a lesson. You need to learn the techniques of how to get it out of different bunkers and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to give you a 5 out of 10.
yeah. If it wasn't for bunkers, I'd genuinely give myself like a 7 out of 10. But bunkers are bringing that down. The short part of my game, it's like the short part of my game used to be so good. Like if you exclude bunkers, like when I spoke to Harry, I was like and this was on video. I was like, Harry's the PGA Pro at Bowood. I was like, be completely honest with me. Do you think I'll make it to scratch? And he's like, I think you've got a chance, and I'll tell you why. He's like, it's because the where you started with the short game, without like lessons and just your instinct in the short game, and it's such a good starting point to where you would normally be. Like your handicap's only as low as it was starting because your short game's good. Like the long game was atrocious. Like I was taking points off every tee shot pretty much, and it was just because I can get close to the green and up and down. Now where I'm getting more technical with it, my short game after day like 50 is started to take like a dive. Like it's getting like worse and worse and worse and worse and worse because I'm starting to like overthink. But now it's starting to come back up again. And I think once I nail the putting in the bunkers, then I'm really going to be cooking. I can probably get myself down into single digits.
Yeah. Well, Video idea. I hit 5 billion bunker shots every single day until I'm good. All right.
5 bill, yeah, give it a go.
Next one then. Irons slash approach shots. You might be include like hybrids and woods if you're approaching the game on this, but
Oh yeah, your hybrids are pretty decent. Like I would say very good. Your lower irons questionable, mid irons pretty good. I would genuinely rate you probably a 6.5 out of 10. I think your like hybrids and like low, like or higher lofted irons are like an 8. But those like if I was to give you my 5 iron and say hit this, I think
yeah, it's a massive issue, man. Like that I've got, it's just like any if I can get off the tee and end up with 145 yards or less in, then I'm great. Or like if I can get 140 or 150 yards, let's say, in, and so I can hit an 8 iron or 9 iron pitching wedge, 50 degree, 54. Like I'm absolutely flying. Like I'm confident there. I've got this no man's land. If I have to hit a 7 iron, a 6 iron, then I'm like absolutely petrified because I cannot hit those clubs. And if I have to hit my 5 hybrid, then I go back to being actually okay. But like,
I think that's all mental. It's all mental because the way you hit those hybrids, like you put every ounce of force you've got into it, and it still looks smooth, but you're just like, you just like unleash some demon, and it just absolutely flies. Like you were hitting that way further than what I was hitting my drive before. But then you go one or two clubs down, and all of a sudden, just because it's an iron, you cannot make contact with it. You're just like smashing the floor essentially
yeah,
sometimes.
literally, yeah, yeah. I need to.
But where it's like essentially the same club, just with a different face on it. Like you just need to, I just think build the confidence with it. Just get down, or not even the range, but just take like 3 shots of the same place on the course. That's like when you go around, just get that feeling for it. Start to love the club. Because I was like in this weird stage at one time where the only club I would hit would be my 7 iron because I just had this like great, like I loved it.
Mm,
Like I was like, I can't hit a bad 7 iron shot. So if it was like 180 yards or 130 yards, I'd hit 7. Like I'd just be like, because if I hit anything else, it's going to go into the woods or it's going to go 4 meters because I chunk
yeah.
it. So it's like I'm just going to take a 7 every shot. But then this old geezer one time going around was giving me advice. It's like it literally does not matter what the club is. Club's the same. Like you have no favorite club, you have no thinking shot. Get that out of your head right now. It's just the same shot. And I was like,
Mr. Miyagi on the course.
yeah, 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 exactly. And it worked. Like I was like, ah, right, okay, like fair enough. Like they're just clubs, aren't they? Just hit them.
I love it. What did you give me, a 6.5?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take that 100%. Yours actually is pretty good. Your approach shots, I think, and your iron play. Most of the time, I'd say, I'd give you a 6.5 as well. Actually, I think
Yeah.
you.
I would say one issue that I've got right now is where I've been like adding massive distance into my game. I'm very consistent with the 5. My 5 and 6 iron right now, very, very, very consistent. They're like safe shots, always go pretty much where I want them to do. There's a nice little draw. But I cannot control distance. It's just like how it's basically how well I'm connecting with the ball. I'm always making like a
Mm,
pretty good shot, but like it's like I'm in this weird situation where it's like, right, the green's 170 away. Should I take a 6 iron? Like, before I'm hitting a 6 iron about, that distance. And then so I can take a 6, I can have what I feel like is a good shot, and it'll go like 150, 160. It was still a good shot in the right direction. This is the shot shape I wanted, everything I planned, it's just a bit short. But then the next day, I'll be on the same hole, same position. I'll take the shot and I'll fly past the green. It'll go 190. And so it's like with these distant shots, it's so hard for me right now because I am capable of hitting it really far, but I'm only hitting it at that distance like 50% of the time. The other 50% of the time, I'm hitting still good shots, just not getting the distance. So it's like, yeah, I just keep in this ruining kind of like my long game well, the iron game of that. But iron's pretty strong for me overall, I think.
Yeah. I'd say that they're decent. You can like hold off on working on them whilst you work on things like your short game and stuff. And I still think you'd see a big improvement in your game that end. All right. Moving on then. The big dog, the driver.
Oh, mate, for you, 4 out of 10.
The fact you haven't given me 10 out of 10 there is absolutely disrespectful. It's disrespectful. It's outrageous.
No.
What's you on about?
Right.
I'm like
Right, think about this. Right,
13-year-old Rory McIlroy off the tee. I'm telling you.
No. Think right. The last time we played, where did we play with all our mates at Christmas? In Devizes. What's that place called?
Earlstoke.
Earlstoke, right? We're on Earlstoke. We're on the back nine. It's the par four uphill, right? This is a classic summary of why you're getting a 4 out of 10, right? You hit the maddest slice ever into the bushes. You re-teed up again, hit the exact same slice into the bushes, and then picked up the hole and didn't play the hole. How can you be giving yourself a 10 out of 10 when you can't?
Hang on. This is outrageous because it was not the maddest slice ever. It was just a push for one, and it was like the whole, like, the outer bounds on the right is like it's like 15 yards. It's not mad. It's not a big hole. And then the reason why I did it again was because you were in the middle of the fairway. We're playing a best ball, right? So I'm like, I've got nothing to lose here.
Yeah, but
because you're in the middle of the fairway.
Right, it's
We're gonna
not like
take
that
your
because
ball anyway, I might as well just try and hit it as hard as I can.
right, if
Like,
we're playing a best ball and you've got that attitude, you might as well just walk around with me because you're not going to get a better score.
that's ridiculous.
Like, you have
look at the
to
scorecard.
play.
We took out of the 9 holes we played best ball. We took 7 my balls.
Oh
That is
no,
just disrespectful.
no,
It's disrespectful to your betters. Essentially, I mean, you're younger, but I'm the better.
no way.
Outrageous. It's outrageous. If I
We'll
rate
get
myself, I'm rating it. I'm going 6. No, I'm going 7 out of 10. It's consistent, mate. All right.
7, right? How many times you hit the fairway in that round? Probably twice.
Probably 8 or 9 times.
What? So that's essentially every hole other than like 3.
Right, we played at Tilgate, right? Like November, October, right? We sat down afterwards. Me and my mate were having a beer. Some guy comes over to me. Yeah, he looks starstruck. I'm looking at him thinking, does he think I'm Robert Downey Jr.? Right? And he walks over to me, and he goes, what handicap are you? And I was like, I think my handicap's like, I don't know, like 18, 19 or something like that. And he was like, you're joking, aren't you? And I was like, why is that? And he goes, the way you're driving that ball, you should be single figures. And that's not even alive. Not even
didn't happen.
That story
didn't happen. And then you woke up.
Yeah. Then he whipped out his napkin and said, "Can you sign this? Because when you're on the DP World Tour in 6 years, I want to sell it."
Shut
that
up.
bit might be a fabrication, but honestly, it's just one of those clubs where I was absolutely awful at it until 6 months ago. And
no, I just think you don't have a consistency on it. Like, not hole to hole, but round to round, you don't have the consistency with the driver. You have good days and bad days. For that, I'd rate you. What I give you 2 out of 10.
There you go.
Like, I give you maybe 4. I'll give you 5 out of 10. I'll push it up to 5 out of 10.
Fine.
5 out of 10.
Smoke you next time we play. And
wait, I'm gonna. Wait, where is it? Hold on. Wait, look at this. Video evidence for those that are listening. I'll read it out to you, right? Right, who's at the top there?
Uh, you.
Right, who's at the bottom there?
When was this?
Right, let's look at the scores.
That's like 2 years ago. That's like
Right,
2 years ago.
right, so I've beaten Jojo by almost 30 shots. Right.
That is like,
This is on the side, so it's fresh. I reckon it was a couple months ago. Right? Jojo's come in. This is the man that's given himself a 10 out of 10 drive. And he shot 128. 128.
do you know what you've done right there, right? You've essentially just gone and said 5-year-old Messi was terrible at football. He probably was. He probably was. He was 5 years old. He was 5 years old. But
Yeah, except this
now
was
he's a
5 months ago and you
28-year-old
were
man.
27 or whatever.
Now he's a 28-year-old man. He's incredible at driving the ball.
Nah,
Anyway,
not having it.
Let's move on. We'll settle and we'll split it in half and go 8 out of 10 for me. For you, right? For you. I just, it's difficult. The last time I saw you with a drive in your hand, it was actually a 0.1 out of 10. And I don't even think you can fight that. I don't even think you can fight that. This time, from your recent videos, so it's been about 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks since we played. You're in a bit more of a flow state. You're a bit better. But I want you to arc back. Everyone, go on Spotify or wherever you're listening on, rewind to the 20th minute or something like that when Jacob's talking about his last round of golf before he exploded and got a twin crupple. What the hell is a twin tuple bogey?
I had to Google it as well. It's 5. It's 5 over.
Right, before he got that, right, what was his issue? Well, how has he got double bogeys and losing these balls? He's hitting massive slices. And I've seen these holes, yeah.
Well, it's not slices. It was just coming out to the right and slicing.
Right, well, it's gone right and it's ended right and it's been donated to the forest.
Yeah.
And the issue is here, you may have added some distance, but if you're playing out of a forest every time, it's not going to be able to pick you off. So for that, I think if you work on your course management, it sounds like you've got a problem there, which we'll get into next. But if you work on your dispersion as well, you'll be flying with that distance. So I'm going to go middle of the road. I'll give you a 5 out of 10 for recent form only.
Yeah, I'd give myself a 4 out of 10 just because like it was a 0 out of 10, and it should be a lot higher because like some are like 50% of the drives are like absolutely mental. Like I think you genuinely could like you could easily become a scratch golfer with the drives that like my good drives. The problem is just like I'm still taking, if you look at the data, on 20% of holes I'm taking a drop from the tee box.
That's why I'm giving you a 5, because it's middle of the road, right? It's exactly it's you, like if 50% of your drives are good, then the other 50% are bad. Your 50% of 10 is a 5.
Oh yeah, true, but it kind of like it's kind of those weird things. It's like if I wanted to drop my handicap, right, and I just immediately wanted to drop like 4 shots off the game, I just take a 5 iron off the tee. Like genuinely would just drop shots off the game. But that's not how you're going to get better. So it's like for that I'm giving myself a bit lower because like I need to get to a point as where it's like the driver isn't actively costing me points in the game, which right now it is.
Yeah. No, I get you. The shots it's costing you is big, but I think once you've sorted that out and you're not losing balls, like you will see big improvements.
Yeah, I think right now if I went to a nice open club, as in like if you hit a slice you're just on the other fairway, like in a lot of courses in America, like Reyes is quite like that here as well. I think my handicap would just start to drop massively because I'd be able to just minus 5 shots from the round from the the slight, because it's not like I'm like slicing the nuts out of it where it's like just gone. It's like it's going a bit right, and it's like where I play on like a stupidly narrow course, it's so unforgiving. You go like a couple of yards to the right and it's gone.
Well then, let's move on to course management. That's a good segue into our final part of this. And I look back at this story, or the story you're telling me us about the narrow hole you played earlier on your filmed round, where it is narrow. It's a very narrow hole, but it's not the longest. It's like 300 yards. And you said, oh, I didn't want to take the driver off the tee and do what I did last time, so I took a 5-wood and I still, ended up in the trees. And I just think, is that poor course management? You'd have to tick the box in yes, because if you're looking at a narrow hole and you're thinking, right, I need to get it. What's the dispersion? I'd say for me, like if I can get it within 140 yards, then I'm gonna score good. Like I'm gonna go bogey, par, even have a chance of a birdie if you hit an absolute blinded 9-iron or 8-iron.
Yeah, but it's also the hole you got to remember as well is like it's uphill guarded by bunkers. So it's like even if you get 140, the shot that you would need, the back's not safe. It's covered by bushes. Like if you go,
like as you
it's red stakes up there as well.
The green is big. The green is big.
Yeah, the green is big, but it's like the shot that you need on a dry, hard day is a very difficult one to make. Because a 160, 70 yard shot for me is like a low iron, right? But when it like touches the green and it's not going to come down hard, it's going to hit and roll miles. So it's like I worry because you can lose. But anyway, you carry on.
Why are you not taking? This is the question I have: is why are you not taking the 4 hybrid? Like from my experience watching you play your 4 hybrid is about 30 times more consistent than that 5-wood.
Nah, it's not anymore. It's not like that. My 5-wood is just the golden nugget.
Right,
like
well,
usually that bad boy goes straight.
Fair. It's a hard one to judge. I'm going to give you a 4 out of 10 for course management.
I'd give myself a 3 out of 10. Before I think it was like a 1 out of 10. It's because it's not something I've ever considered before. It's just like get the ball towards the hole.
Plotting the way around is massive, isn't it? I think you could anyone like who is like between like a 30 and 15 handicap can wipe off like 20% of shots just from plotting your way around sensibly, or like thinking about the actual shot and the next shot.
Yeah, I don't like at 30 handicap. I don't know how. Well, maybe it will, but like the reason why I didn't plan before when I was like a much higher handicap was because like it doesn't matter. Like to me in my head, it's like it doesn't matter where I'm planning to go because I ain't gonna get there anyway. Like, I'm gonna have like a massive hook or slice or chunk it. Who knows what's gonna happen to the shot?
That's not the point though. Like that, like then you don't have a plan in your head. So how are you gonna you're just putting the execution or you're just putting like a good shot down to luck. Like whereas if you are a 30 handicap and you plan what you want to do, like you have more chance of succeeding. That's maybe why you were a 30 handicap for so long, because you didn't plan what you wanted to do.
No, yeah, maybe, but like our mate Nave gave me a good idea. Now it's like you want to basically like download the course map and just even before you go, like with your ability now, just plan it all what you want to do. And I was like, yeah, I think that would work for me now. I'm going to give it a go. But before, I don't think that would work for me because it would completely undermotivate me because like it's more like in that when you're like a 30 handicap, it's like get it in that area over there. You hit it and you miss it, and so like your second shot is not in the plan's gone tits up from the first thing, and you don't know what the plan is going to be because there's so much variety.
Yeah, but you can plan that shot.
You can plan that shot. Like I did plan shots. Like I want to get it over there, but it's not like I'm not planning like four shots ahead. like on a par five. It's like now I kind of would. I'd be like, right,
Yeah.
on this hole, it like slopes down to the right, so I want to end up on the left, but I'm hitting it to the right at the moment, so I need to go even more to the left, and like these kind of things I'm planning now. But whereas before I wasn't. Well, I still don't think I'm planning in depth enough, or like thinking of every variable, like like slopes into bunkers into trees into whatever. I'm just thinking like I hit it over there. There's this risk and that risk, and just go for it. I need a bit more like patience and thought, which is what I'm going for now. So yeah, three out of 10. I reckon for me now.
Pairs. What are you giving me then? I would give myself a 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10 as well. It's not.
Oh, I think we both just suffer from the same thing. It's like we don't ever tend to plan. And when me and you go play new golf courses, we're especially bad because we're like, oh, I didn't realize there was a bunker down there. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize. And you're like, oh, I just hit the drive of my life, go around the corner. Oh, actually, it dog legs around here, and I've just smashed it into the water. Like, we always end up doing that.
We always do that, and I just put that down to one thing. That I'm trying to rush because you take about 6 hours to play around a golf. And you're late all the time. So
no, that right. So to be fair, that is like we're always like sprinting to T1. There's like no time for pre-planning. But yeah, I'm much faster at golf now. Much faster at golf. We'll do another like golf trip soon.
All right. Well, I think we've gone on. We've rattled on. What was meant to be about a 40-minute podcast is now an hour and 10 minutes. So if you've listened to the end, well done, congratulations. Go buy yourself a new driver. Awesome golf balls, and use code Jacob at the checkout advice to get 10% off. There you go. And if you could leave us a review, a like, a comment, would be amazing. And check out the main channel. I think we're gonna if you're watching this on YouTube, it should be in
collab post. So yeah,
post
yeah. So you can just check who posted it. But yeah, like it's well, if you could share this with a friend, this podcast who likes golf, and just like share the journey. Like we're going to be sharing everything we learn. Go ahead. So you're going to learn a few things across the way. We're just trying to get this podcast like off the ground.
And let us know what we do better. We've just rambled on about ourselves for an hour and 10 minutes. So they're probably thinking, God, these guys are stuck up, man. Giving them a 6.5 for irons. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, let us know what you think our ratings are in the comments. Like you can check out. So Joe just got older videos on the channel, but let me know what you think. Like mine are as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Sound. All right. Catch you in the next one. Bye.